What's going on, guys? Give me a few minutes and we will get started on Metal Jumbo. Alright, give me about another minute here and restart my laptop, so I need to have that up and ready, because I know we're probably going to get some duels, and I need to figure out who's on what team. Almost ready. Almost ready. Alright, guys, let's go ahead and do this. We got some metal jumbo. This will be the only jumbo full case we do. We'll do a couple hobby. So this has a lot of guys from the current draft class, which I am somewhat unfamiliar with. So we will just have to work with it. I know some of the big guys. I know what teams they go to, but not everybody. As always with this, it's vet goes to most games on a team if they are not active. What's going on, Brandon? Man, I hope we get you a Tani. I hope we pull somebody in a Tani. And all this metal stuff. Hopefully it's you. Hopefully you get it tonight. Alrighty, we're gonna have Emmett Sheehan. I think he's the Dodgers. I believe, isn't he? I think he's Dodgers. Pre-production proof, 1/1. Christian Encarnacion Strand for the Reds, 1/1 press proof or pre-proof. And they brought back these little cases. And they're never sealed. And we got base cards too this year. That's the other new thing Leaf did. They gave us base cards. So, I don't know how. I guess they put all the base cards in the middle. Right at the beginning. Yeah. We got Matt Shaw at a 189. Looks like, I believe he's the Cubs. Blade Tidwell, 189 Mets. Yohandri Vargas, 1/1. I mean, I don't know how these base cards are going to sell, honestly. Jackson Chourio, 2/4 Brewers. So I'll keep the 1/1s. Luis Matos at a 6 Giants. Yu Min Lin at a 1/1. I am unfamiliar with this fella. So any 1/1s I'll keep aside and I'll look up at the end of the break. I'm not going to look up every single player, but Reggie Crawford at a 5. Giants. But any 1/1s I will look up at the end that I'm unfamiliar with. Miguel Garcia, 7 Royals. Luis Perales at a 10. Brock Wilken, a 1/1. Should give us a lot of 1/1s. Let me keep the 1/1s separate for now. Keep those separated. And we're going to have a dual Braden Taylor, Adrian Santana. I will have to look up both these guys at a 6. So any duels I'll keep to the side. And Kendry Rojas, 2/6. Duels there. Alrighty, that was box 1. Which one is the race? Yeah, I was busy. I didn't have time to look up these guys. Like, try to get a good idea beforehand. I'm going to do a player break tomorrow with Hobby, so that'll give me a better idea. Oh, that's easy. As long as they're both raised. That is easy for me. All right, the pre-production proof is going to be Matt Shaw. Matt Shaw. Like I said, I think he's the Cubs, but I could be wrong there. Matt Shaw. Arjun Nimala. 1/1 pre-production proof. Well, Brandon, I am going to take your word for it on a duel. Not random. I have to randomize. Are they both like prospects? We got Ivan Melendez, 189. Johnny Farmillo at a 10. Roger Clemens at a 5. Yu Min Lin at 8. Brando Maya. Is this the guy? I think this is the guy in the Yankees, isn't it? At 8. Or is that someone different? Someone else? I believe that's the guy in the Yanks. Emmanuel Bonilla at a 5. Yeah, these new guys, man. I have no clue with these new guys. Drew Gilbert's at a 3. I think he's on the Mets now, Drew Gilbert. Well, what I'll do is I'll definitely post a separate recap video after the break. Probably tomorrow, maybe tonight. Roman Anthony at a 4, because I don't know half of these guys. Over half of these guys, probably. Brandon Barea, Blue Jays at a 4. And guys who I think are on one team maybe have moved on to a different team. They could have been traded. We got Michael Harris to 8, Atlanta. I think that's a Acuna coming up. Yep, Ronald Acuna, 1/1 plate, Atlanta. Ronald Acuna, Yohandre Vargas at 5. Vargas out to 5. That was box 2. Let's get to box number 3. Atlanta's got a lot of guys in this. They got a lot of vets. I don't know about their prospect pool. Well, it's finally going to be a Ronald Acuna case. Our pre-production is Luis Perales. And Ronald Acuna, Atlanta. Pre-production proof. 2 Ronald Acunas. Now you just need the base auto, and you'll be good to go. You'll have the Ronald Acuna Rainbow. We got Emmanuel Berea, 189. Yario Irate, 189. River Ryan at 10. I think he's the Dodgers. Dylan Amador, 6 Rockies. Dylan Amador out to 5 Rockies. We got Bryce Matthews at a 7. I think he was a broken out team. He's either on Astros or Royals. I think he's on Astros, but he was broken out. Ty Floyd to 9. Jordan Beck, 1/1 Rockies. That's 1/1. Robert Hassel to 8. Nats. Nice Tony La Russa to 10 for the Cardinals. Nick Kurtz at a 7. He is part of the other, I believe. I think he's going to be the top 3 pick next year. Nick Kurtz, I think that's him, unless it's somebody else I'm thinking of. And Travis Bazana. Where's the number? At a 2. This one is also part of the other / none spot. Halfway there, guys. Box number 4. I want to pull a Jason Alexander autograph. That would be pretty cool. All right, Luis Angel Acuna, pre-production proof. I believe he's on the Mets now. So he was on Texas, but then I don't know if he got traded or the Mets signed him, but he is pretty sure he's on the Mets now. And Austin Charles, 1/1 pre-production proof. Where's the Acuna base? We just need the base auto for Mr. Acuna. So far, only one duel, which is, thought we'd have a little bit more duels in this, but I guess not. We got Acuna at a 189, Atlanta. George Lombard at a 189. Ken Griffey Jr. at a 4 for the Mariners. Blake Mitchell at a 9. We got Luke Adams at a 7. I think he's the Brewers. I believe he's the Brewers. Luke Adams. Another plate here. Adil Amador, 1/1 Rockies with a plate. Amador for the Rockies. Another 1/1 Johnny Farmelo. Johnny Farmelo. Reds at a 10, Christian Encarnacion Strand. out of 10. Noah Schultz out of 7 for the White Sox. Schultz out of 7. Looks like another plates, and it's going to be a nice one. A-Rod going to the Yankees. 1 out of 1 plate. A-Rod, Yanks. So this is a perfect example of why in Leaf products you can't go buy a uniform. Because who knows what kind of uniform that is. I know some people go buy the guy's uniform. But how can you go buy a uniform when a car's like that? We got Brailer, Guerrero, and Junior Caminero. These might be these Rays again. I know one's a Ray. These are Rays again. At a 7. You're getting all the duels, the Rays. At least it's easy for me. I don't have to randomize anything. And Landon Sims at D-backs 2-6. Box number 5. Is that other prospect a big prospect too besides Caminero? All right, our slab is going to be Jacob Wilson. He should be Oakland, I believe. Oh, he's an international guy. Sammy Stafura, 1 out of 1 pre-production proof. I didn't seal these cases very well. Yeah, you never know with the international guys. All right, we got Ichiro 189, Mariners. Miles Naylor 189. We got Gunnar Henderson to 8, Baltimore. Noble Meyer to 6. Another Landon Sims 1 out of 1, Arizona. Rhett Lauder to 4. Arjun Namala 7. Justin Armbruster to 8. Got a lot of this dude. He's been in everything. Johnny Farmello to 6. He's gotten like 3 or 4 autographs. Johnny Farmello. Looks like he could be Seattle based on the uniform, but I don't know. Blake Mitchell 1 out of 1. Blake Mitchell 1 out of 1. Another duel. These should be both Cubs. Triantos and Matt Shaw to 8. I think Triantos is on Chicago. I know Matt Shaw is. I don't remember if Triantos is still on Chicago or not. So I will keep that to the side. Do you know about that? Do you know if Triantos is still in Chicago? Walbert Urena to 6. he was he a high first round pick, Farmillo? So they're both Cubs. Did they change that this year and make a bunch of their bunch of their duels the same team? I'll look that one up just so we can be sure, but that'd be nice if all their duels are pretty much the same teams. We got a nice one coming up. A nice slab. Mr. Paul Skeens, Pirates. Paul Skeens, slab, Pirates. And Michael Arroyo, 1/1 pre-production. That looks like a Mariner as well. Oh. Yeah, as long as they just got a few mixed in. I don't mind a few random ones. Alright, so these are all 189. We got Dylan Head and Gunnar Henderson to 189. Frank Thomas to 9, White Sox. Brando Maeda to 10. I believe that's the Yankees guy, like I said. Noble Meyer to 9. Ty Pete, 1/1. So we'll have quite a few 1/1s to look up here. Seiya Suzuki had a 3 for the Cubs. One out of one, Hurston Waldrop. Hurston Waldrop. Name sounds familiar. I think he's Atlanta. Yaro Arate to 3. Tommy White to 7. Tommy White. Give me one sec, guys. All right, we got a duel. Austin Charles and Blake Mitchell, 1/1. Which one's the Royals? This duel? Charles and Mitchell. Well, the Royals were broken out, so we got Luke Adams to 5. 2 people might own those guys. Yeah, I gotta check that. The Royals were a broken out team, so it might be 2 people that own them. But that'll be a quick check. Wasn't Blake Mitchell a really high first round pick? All right, we got River Ryan, the 1/1 pre-production. I believe he's the Dodgers. And Brandon, no, this is the Yankees guy. No, it's the same guy, Brando. I keep thinking his first name is Brandon. 1/1 pre-production proof Brando Maia. Maybe I've been thinking his first name has been Brandon the whole time, and it's not been Brandon. All right, we got Braden Taylor and Sammy Stafara, 189. Nolan Ryan out of 7, Houston. Mark McGuire out of 7. I don't remember where I had him. Probably Cardinals. I think he played the most seasons on the Cardinals. Joey Weimer at a 2. He's the Brewers. Anthony Paguro at a 6. Chase DeLauder at a 2. He is Cleveland, but he was broken out. Cleveland was a team that was broken out. Royber Salinas to 4, Oakland. Salinas 4, Oakland. Oh, he changed his name? That's why. Fernando Cruz at a 7. So it is the same guy, just changed his name. We got our first Superfractor, and it is Blake Mitchell. 1/1. A lot of Blake Mitchell. So congrats to whoever has Blake Mitchell. Let me see who has Blake Mitchell. Chris does. Travis Bazana, 1/1, none spot. So Chris has Blake Mitchell. I wonder who has Austin Charles. And Jacob Wilson at a 6, Oakland. So let me see who has Austin Charles. Gavin. So that'll be a random. Gavin and Chris. Alrighty, guys. Last box of Jumbo tonight. Thank you all as always. Our pre-production slab, Brandon Barea, Blue Jays. We got 2 production proofs, Tommy White and Encarnacion Strand. Reds, and I will have to look up Tommy White. So I will recap first, and then we'll do the randoms. And I'll look up any one out of ones during this recap, and then I'll post a separate recap with everybody. He's still in college, Tommy White? No, he would be considered. We got Encarnacion Strand and Maya, 189. I must have missed him in the other. We got Bryce Matthews, 1 out of 1. Because technically that other spot is essentially anybody that's not in baseball. Because there's a couple guys that are in college that are part of that other spot too. Nolan Chanel to 6. Tommy Troy to 2. Khalil Watson to 7. He's on Cleveland now. I think Watson's, well, he was broken out anyway, Cleveland. Brady House, 1 out of 1 Nats. Zach Quinn out of 6 Padres. Rainer Arias out of 5. George Lombard, 1 out of 1. And the final auto is going to be Junior Caminero to 6 Tampa. All right, guys, let me recap first, and then we will randomize. Yeah, so Tommy White will go to the none or / other spot since he's in college still. All right, Brandon Barrea is Blue Jays. River Ryan should be Dodgers. Let me check. Yeah, River Ryan's Dodgers. Paul Skeens, Pirates. Jacob Wilson, Athletics. And as always, guys, these are not finalized teams. I need to double check these just to make sure I have someone wrong. Luis Angel Acuna, Mets. Luis Perales. That should be the Red Sox. Perales. Matt Shaw, Cubs. And Emmett Sheehan should be the Dodgers as well. Yeah, Dodgers on Sheehan. Tommy White is going to go to other/none. Encarnacion Strand, Reds. Brando Maya, Yanks. Michael Arroyo, Mariners. I think he's Reds. Sammy Stafura. Yep, looks like the Reds. Austin Charles was broken out, but he's the Royals. Acuna, Atlanta. Arjun Namala. Should be the Blue Jays. And Encarnacion Strand, Reds. Those are all the pre-production proof 1/1s. These are all the regular 1/1s. We had George Lombard, looks like Yanks. It's not the same George Lombard. Yep, Yanks for Lombard. Brady Howes, Nats. Bryce Matthews. I don't need to look at the back. They're all 1/1s. Looks like that's Houston. Travis Bazana is the none or other. Blake Mitchell, he is technically Royals, but he was broken out. Hurston Waldrop, Atlanta. Ty Pete, looks like Mariners. Yep, Mariners. Blake Mitchell. Landon Sims, D-backs. We had A-Rod, Yanks. Johnny Farmelo, Mariners. Adil Amador, Rockies. Jordan Beck, Rockies. Yu Min Lin. Looks like Arizona. Alejandro Vargas. Looks like that is the Dodgers as well. And final 1/1 is Brock Wilken. And it looks like the Brewers. So there's all the 1/1s. Here's all the other autos. I will not look these up, but I'll post a separate video. Junior Caminero 6 Rays, Rainer Urias. 2/5 Zach Quinn Padres 6. Khalil Watson at a 7 Guardians. Tommy Troy at a 2. Jacob Wilson at a 6 Athletics. Fernando Cruz to 7 Royber Salinas. 4 Athletics. Chase De Lauder was broken out at a 2. Anthony Paguro at a 6. Joey Weimer at a 2 Brewers. Luke Adams, I believe, is Brewers as well at a 5. Tommy White, none at a 7. Yaro Urate at a 3. Seiya Suzuki Cubs at a 3. Noble Meyer at a 9. Walbert Urena at a 6 was broken out. Johnny Farmelo at a 6. Mariners, Justin Ambrewster to 8, Arjun Namala. 7, Rhett Lauder to 4, Landon Sims at D-backs to 6, Caminero Guerrero Rays to 7, Noah Schultz White Sox to 7, Encarnacion Strand. 10, the Reds, Luke Adams to 7, Travis Bazana to 2, Nick Kurtz to 7, none other. Tony La Russa Cardinals to 10, Robert Hassel Nats 8, Ty Floyd to 9, Bryce Matthews 7, Adil Amador Rockies to 5, Yondry Vargas to 5, Dodgers, Acuna Plate, Atlanta, Michael Harris. 8, Atlanta, Brandon Barea to 4. I think he's still on the Blue Jays, but I could be wrong there. Roman Anthony to 4, Drew Gilberts to 3, Emmanuel Bonilla to 5, Brando Maya to 8, Yanks. Adrian Santana, Brandon Taylor to 6, that should be the Rays. Kendry Rojas to 6, Luis Perales to 10, Miguel Garcia to 7, he was broken out. Reggie Crawford to 5, Giants, Luis Matos to 6, Giants. And we had some number cards here. Nolan Chanel, Christian Encarnacion Strand, Brando Maea, Mark McGuire, Nolan Ryan, Brandon Taylor, Sammy Stafura, Brandon Maea, Frank Thomas, Gunnar Henderson, Dylan Head, Noble Meyer, Gunnar Henderson, Miles Naylor, Ichiro, Blake Mitchell, Ken Griffey Jr., George Lombard, Ronald Acuna, Adil Amador, River Ryan, Yaro Arate, Emmanuel Bonilla, Yu Min Lin, Jackson Churio, Blake Tidwell, Matt Shaw, Roger Clemens, Johnny Farmelo, and Ivan Melendez. Now we've got 2 dual. One of these I know for sure we have to randomize. This one I just want to double check. Triantos. Make sure he's Cubs. Yep, so that's Cubs. Triantos, Matt Shaw. They're both Cubs. It looks like we have one random here. Just one random. Need to move these. And it is going to be Austin Charles and Blake Mitchell, 1 out of 1. So this will be between Chris and Gavin. Let me get it ready. All right. Blake, Bryce, Austin Charles, and Blake Mitchell. All right, let's see which one we're going to roll here. 8. We're going to go 8 times. And it's Austin Charles, Blake Mitchell. All right, one sec. My Xbox is about to turn off. Alrighty. I'm going to go 8 times here for this Mitchell, Austin Charles card. Good luck. on Blake Mitchell. So Blake Mitchell had a good run. He had a lot. So Blake Mitchell, actually, this is second 1 out of 1 because they had the superfractor. So, all right, guys, that'll do it for Jumbo, though. Like I said, tomorrow I plan on listing the case of hobby, but we're gonna do it as player break this time, so not based on T. So that'll help me out a lot. But that will do it for tonight, guys. Thank y'all as always.